Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be giving you a little tour and review of my writing tools because I've had so many questions in the comments of videos about what type of keyboard this is, this mechanical keyboard, because it sounds so beautiful when I'm typing on it, and I absolutely agree. So I wanted to tell you about this keyboard, but I wanted to also tell you about this keyboard. And I wanted to then, of course, tell you a bit about my pens because I love my pens as well, and those are tools that I also use to write. Writing is most of what I do in all of my academics and work. Whenever I make a YouTube video, I have to write a script. Oftentimes I will take notes as I'm out and thinking of things with my pens, and then I'll get on the computer and use my mechanical keyboard, or if I'm traveling, I'll use my Bluetooth keyboard that I use with my tablet or even my phone. And then as an academic, of course, many times I will try to get thoughts out on paper with my pens, and then I love using my mechanical keyboard to type out my dissertation itself. So let's get into it, and let's start with the mechanical keyboard itself. So this is the Razer BlackWidow Lite in Mercury White. It also comes in black, but I really like the white aesthetic for my whole desk. So I've got like the kind of silvery background and the white keys. And then I also have the Razer gray mousepad, which I'll talk about. My desk itself is just like the cheapest IKEA desk option. And this keyboard is a 10 key less keyboard, which means that it doesn't have the number pad on the side. So it's nice and compact. What's more, this cord actually comes out. So it's quite portable actually. And it fits really nicely on my desk. I never need a number pad. I'm mostly typing with words. This keyboard also comes with these orange O-ring sound dampeners, but I haven't put any of them on because one, I'm lazy, and two, I like the clickety-clackety sound, so let's give that a listen right now. There you go, the beauty of the keys. And there's also white LED light up keys, so I almost never turn them on, but ta-da! So the keys are all lit up, and you can actually light up underneath as well in multiple different colors, which again, I never use that feature. I guess this would be helpful if I was writing in the dark, but in general, I don't care that there are lights under here. The one thing I do care about is actually the caps lock button, which is actually green, you'll see. So it's kind of really convenient that I can really tell when the caps lock is on because it actually turns green. On my laptop, there is no key indication for when caps lock is on, so I'm like constantly accidentally having caps lock on. So this is really nice. From what I remember, this is also one of the few Razer keyboards that's not for gaming and doesn't look like big and clunky and isn't black. So I really liked the kind of sleek white office feeling of this keyboard. It's also, of course, really good for gaming, and sometimes I use it for that, but for the most part I use it as like an office tool. And finally, the internet says that this keyboard supports up to 80 million clicks. And I have no idea how many clicks I've done so far, but now I'm very curious. And so far, this keyboard has given me no troubles, although it does kind of get dusty under here from time to time. As I said, I also have a Razer mouse pad, and this is 3mm thick, high density rubber, and I love it a lot. It's actually quite a large mouse pad. So I'll just pan over there so you can see. It's quite big. Moving on to my other keyboard now. This is the Logitech K380 multi-device Bluetooth keyboard, and I absolutely love it. This has never given me any troubles. The power button is on the side there, and then when it's on, you can see which device it's connected to by the 1, 2, 3. So right now I have my phone on 1 and it's blinking until it connects, and then I have my iPad on 2 and it'll blink until it connects, but my iPad's not nearby, so it's not going to connect. But I cannot express enough how useful it is to be able to connect to multiple devices at once. I find it very useful to flip between my phone and my iPad so that I can use this with multiple screens when I'm working away from home. This is battery operated, so it takes 2 AAA batteries, and that battery life is supposed to last you about 24 months. And finally, it has about 10 meters of connection, so you can sit really far away from your tablet and type if you really wanted to, although I literally never do that. I bring this with me whenever I don't want to lug my laptop around, which is quite heavy. I use it with my iPad, which is quite light, and so I will actually whip this out when I'm on an airplane, for instance, and I need to type, or if I don't have a lot of space in my packing, like if I'm going on a trip. And I find it really fun and easy to type on. It's got cute little circular buttons that don't make a whole lot of noise, so even if people are like sleeping on the airplane, I can still use this guy. And now let's move on to the pens. First up is my only ballpoint pen, and it is from the company Bastion. Bastion actually sent me this pen for free. They asked if they could send me a pen, and I said, yes, please. Just for the record, I get a lot of emails from brands wanting to send me different products, and I say no to basically all of them. Bastion's the first one I actually accepted something from because I generally don't want to like put more waste into the world. So when, say, perfume companies contact me, I don't want that product because I don't generally wear perfume, and that's just like, you know, an object that I don't need in my life and that I'm just going to dispose of after use. But this pen I expect to have for the rest of my life. It is very durable. It's made of aluminum. It has, obviously, you can change the cartridge out. The cartridge that it uses is a classic Parker G2 ink refill, and I haven't had to replace it yet because they just sent it to me in like September, and I suspect it might be a little difficult to find this refill if it's not through Bastion's website itself, but I guess I will cross that bridge when I get to it. This specific Bastion pen is the Slim Bolt Action Pen in pink. You can get custom engraving on your pens through Bastion, which I actually requested. Like, wouldn't it be cool if you could put my YouTube handle on the pen? But I don't know, clearly they didn't do that, but that's okay. I still get this cute pink pen, and it comes with this little black felt case. So personally, I really wanted this pen because I didn't have a reusable ballpoint pen. I was just getting like big packs of plastic ones from Staples, but I wanted to stop that habit. So I was really grateful when they asked if I wanted one of these. But the selling feature for most people, I think, is actually the mechanism of opening and closing the ballpoint, which looks like this. And I'm not a big fidgeter, and so I don't do that a whole lot, but I've heard that for some people this is like the best fidget toy ever, and I actually gave this to a friend of mine because, you know, he was curious and asked to see it, and he started doing this, and he was very impressed. He absolutely loved it, and he just spent the next 5 minutes doing that over and over. So if you're a big fidgeter, this might be the pen for you. I should also say that I have an affiliate link for the Bastion Bolt Action Pen, so if you want to get a pen like this as well, I think you can get about 20% off using the link in my description box below. They are pretty expensive, and to be honest, I probably wouldn't have bought one if it wasn't for the fact that they wanted to send me one for free. But I do really like the pen now that I have it, and kind of think maybe it is worth paying that amount of money, because then you're gonna have this one pen for the rest of your life. And I will give you a really quick writing sample with this pen. Next up, let's talk about the first fountain pen that I ever got, and this is the Lamy Safari. I feel like this is the most ubiquitous fountain pen out there. Like, everyone that has a fountain pen has a Lamy Safari, so it's a really great place to start if you're getting into fountain pens. It is a full plastic body with like a metal side thing here. Can't remember what those are called. Mine is this like deep forest green matte kind of speckled finish, and it's got the ink level window on the side there, and then it says Lamy on one side of this part of the pen, and it's got this like triangle spot to hold the pen, which is actually quite comfortable, and then it's got the black metal tip. I currently have a fine tip on mine, and sorry, I don't know all of the names for all of the parts of the pen. This is also a really cheap fountain pen option. I think I've seen them for like $29. I'm running a little low on ink in this one, but that's how it writes. And I'm writing this with the Diamine Inks Purple Dream color, this deep dark purple. That's the first ink that I ever got. I think the ink holder is so beautiful as well. But I also sometimes toss in there this Sailor Shikiori ink, sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, in the Yozakura color, which is the color of cherry blossoms. It's this lavender kind of color. And then lastly, this is the Lamy CP1. It's at a much higher price point. I think it was like $100 Canadian for the pen as well as the refillable ink cartridge. It has this spring-loaded stainless steel clip. It's got an all-metal body, except I think the place where you actually hold it, I believe this is plastic. And that's quite a small area compared to the Lamy, so sometimes I do get ink on my fingers, but I kind of do with the Safari Lamy as well. And I've got an extra fine tip on this right now. This one's loaded with the Iroshizuku ink, again, probably terrible pronunciation, which is produced by Pilot in the color Tsutsuji, which is the color of azaleas. This is the first fountain pen that I bought for myself, and I'm so happy that I did. I love how minimalist it is. I love that it's just plain matte black. I love how thin it is. I like that it's very comfortable in my hands because it's so thin, and everything about it just flows easily. It sticks on the end really cute like that, which extends the pen as well for comfort. So highly recommend the Lamy CP1 for sure. And those are all of the tools that I use to physically write. Let me know in the comments section below if you have any of these tools and if you enjoy using them. Also, let me know what you value in your writing tools because I'm very curious. Personally, I don't know a lot about the technical specifications of these tools. I don't know their inner workings. I really value, though, aesthetics. It makes me really happy to hear the clickety-clackety of my mechanical keyboard, and it makes me really happy that my Bastion pen is bright pink. That, like, happiness in the aesthetics and the sound quality and the feeling of my tools kind of really motivates me to use them. Also, let me know if you have any product recommendations for me based on what you think that I like, and let me know what tools you do use and like. Plus, if there's any videos you want to see from me in the future, other review style, tour style videos of any of the products that I'm using to do my research and writing, let me know. I would love to hear all of that in the comment section below. You can also find the affiliate link for Bastion pens if you do like the look of that pen and you want some money off of buying it. I was not sponsored to speak about any of the products in this video. I just really like all of the products that I am using, and I didn't mention products that I don't like, although Bastion did send me that pen for free under the assumption that I would talk about it in a video. And that's all I have for you today, so I'll see you all in another video soon. Bye!